Hey everybody, it's Queen Jelly here, and welcome to or welcome back to our toy box. Today we have the second installment in the new series that we started on the channel called Month in Review, or Month Long Haul. So this is going to be our February video. I did start it a little bit late, so the January video went up yesterday as of when you're watching this, but I filmed them both on the same day, especially because for some reason the January video took like way super long to render for some reason. I'm not sure entirely why. So I decided to go ahead and film this tonight and set it up as a premiere so that it launches tomorrow, which is today for you, YouTube. But yeah, so we're gonna be looking at the February video dolls. There are definitely less dolls than there were in January, but also a lot of them are still in box. So they're taking up a lot more space. And the last doll that I needed that I knew was coming today, I wanted to arrive before I did this video, and it arrived. And now I need to get this video filmed so I can get that doll filmed and opened because I'm really excited for her. So we'll go ahead and do what we did last time because of how I set it up. We're going to go in reverse order of how I purchased it. And this month, because of starting it last month, I have a better kept like record. And it's pretty much should already be everything. Most of it's in order. So the last thing, that just arrived is a set that I wasn't aware existed until I was actually watching a My Froggy Stuff video. And I think I wasn't the only one that had this problem. Because all of a sudden no one was talking about it. And then all of a sudden, like, it's popping up everywhere. It is the Monster High Claudine Wolf Studio. See, I can't even like show the whole thing. There we go. So it is a completely sealed cardboard box, because it's actually an Amazon exclusive, so they don't have to have the window so that you can see it. So hopefully she looks good. If she doesn't, I'm gonna contact Mattel. They've been really great with the other couple of issues that I had with the Monster High dolls, so I'm not too worried about it. It's the same gambit if you buy anything offline, that they might not look perfect. But I'm very excited for this. Number one, because this will be the first fashion pieces I've been able to get outside of just their regular clothes, because I have not been able to find Skulltimate Secret anywhere. I don't know if it's just me or if they're not in like my area. They're not in the US yet. I don't know what the deal is. I haven't been able to find Skulltimate Secret, but I was able to find this. So now with this, I am currently up to date to what's available in my area. And the Budget dolls are also not in my area. So those aren't included, but I have every single core doll up to Skulltimate Secret at this point, now with this one, which apparently was released sometime in November, and I had no idea. So also you can see them already sitting here. These are a spare set of the Storm Twins, which if you guys don't know, Storm Twins were part of what launched my channel. I don't know if I ever posted my review of the Storm Twins. I maybe have. I know I didn't like it when I was filming it, so I don't think I ever did. So it's probably like a little hidden secret, but when I first launched my channel, I decided I wanted to launch it with like a special video. Originally I tried to get the Skulltimate or Skulllector Draculaura, too many words that are similar. The Skulllector Dracula one, the one that was like the precursor to the Monster series. I tried to get also hi, I can see my reflection. I tried to get that, couldn't get that. So instead I got a set of Storm Twins, and that was going to be like the special thing that like launched my channel because they were hard to find at the time. And I like said, I don't know if I ever even posted that video, but the Storm Twins are just literally like some of my favorite Rainbow High dolls, and I feel like that's a high consensus in the fandom, is that the Storm Twins are really just amazing dolls. These ones aren't in the best condition, especially to be kept in box. There's some staining on her face. Their hair isn't laying perfectly, and the box isn't in the best condition, but I got them at Walmart for like $29, and when I saw them, I couldn't leave them there. They're more, to me, my in-box collection is more of a backup collection to me, because I do play with my out-of-box dolls, and so I like to keep a set of dolls that I really like in box, so that way something I don't feel as like nervous about playing with my dolls, if that makes sense. And then we have our Inspired by Cinderella doll. So this is from the Creative Soul collection. unfortunately, I did want to post her in February for part of Black History Month, but it took me all month to decide which one I loved because I loved all 4 of them so much. I had so much debate back and forth between which one of the dolls that I wanted the most. I eventually decided on Cinderella because she had the fullest dress and I loved the contrast of the blue against her skin. And if you guys know me, I collect a lot of pink and a lot of blue dolls. There was pros and minuses to each of them. Her biggest minus was that all of her hair is up and you don't really get that like hair play that you get with some of the other dolls, even though it's all textured, so most of the hair play is just like fluffing it. It's not like brushing it or anything like with my straight hair dolls. But that was her biggest minus because a lot of the other dolls had a lot more fuller hair. It's all pulled up. But her pros are that she has a much larger dress. Again, I like the color blue. She had full nail polish. I really liked her purse. Cinderella for me is one of those characters that I don't really care that much for as a whole. So it definitely wasn't on character, because if it was on character I would have gotten Snow White. But Snow White had so much yellow blocking where it was just a solid color, where everyone else had so much more print. And then I almost went with Tiana, but she didn't. We kind of agreed that like if I was only getting one, that Tiana is gorgeous and absolutely stunning, but she wasn't that different than just a different collector Tiana. And then Rapunzel just was the one that didn't call to me that much, because one, she didn't have as full of a dress. I wasn't as fan of the color. I'm not a huge fan of Rapunzel. And her hair, again, was all tied back, so she didn't really have any like hair play or like hair texture to her. So she's an absolute gorgeous doll, especially if you're into Rapunzel or if you wanted the whole set. But for me personally, she wasn't my top choice. Anyway, so there is that one. That she will definitely be getting her own video at some point. I just haven't had the time. Also, she doesn't come with a stand, and I want her to have a stand before I unbox her. But I spend too much money on dolls to afford stands for any of my dolls. Yeah. This is Mila Rose. So this is one I went back and forth on a couple times, but I decided I wanted to keep her. Again, she has baby pink hair and she's a cat themed. And the fun thing with the na-na-nas is I don't do it a lot because my dog has a tendency to chew on things. But if I ever sleep like with a doll in my arms, it's usually a na-na-na because they are the softer bodies. I prefer the teens over the regular size na-na-nas, and they're really hard to find. There's not a lot of them anymore. They're not really making new na-na-nas, except they're making the mini surprises, so I don't know what the deal is. But I did find her for $17. It claims that her original price is $42. I know sometimes those can be off, but I do feel like these sets were more expensive. So I felt like $17 was a good price for her, especially because she came with everything. Her box is in like really bad condition, but it's okay because she will be coming out of the box eventually. Her name is Mila Rose, which I think is funny because I found her around the same time that I found Mila Barrymore. But yeah. Okay, sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second because I thought I showed some dolls in the last video that are actually in this video. Also, if you guys watched my Walmart clearance haul, she was supposed to be in that video, but she was hiding under my desk. So she did not get in that video. But I will say, there it is. The next couple of things that you're probably going to see are all going to be from that collection, because I totally forgot to go off my list. So we're going to backtrack a little bit, and then we're going to go back, and most of the stuff that's going to be similar to that video is the stuff that you're going to see in a minute. All right, so the reason I missed them on my list is because I also missed them putting it out here. I got more LOL mini sweets dolls. I actually found them at clearance at Walmart for like $7.45, some random thing like that. And I opened up, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls. And I had bought, I want to say like 5, 6, 7, I bought 8 in total. On the 5th one, I opened Tough Chick here, and she's the one that I've been looking for. So I decided to return the other 3, and thankfully Walmart was able to take the other 3 back because they were completely unopened, brand new, sealed. So they just returned those, and I got my money back for those. I don't have those out. I might grab them out and clip them in here at the end, but I'm already like trapped in because of the other doll boxes that I just moved off my desk. But I got Rockin' Mike and Gamer Ike, who are actually yoink, sitting up here with the littles from the cereal set. So there's, I believe that's Gamer Ike, or no, Rockin' Mike is the one with the little mohawk, and then Gamer Ike is the one with the square head. So I got those two. Those were the first ones I pulled. Then I got Smarty Skater, who's the Sweet Tarts one. I got Flavor Mix, which is a Jolly Rancher one, and then Tough Chick here, which is the Peeps, which is the whole reason that I collect mini sweets, is because of the Peeps characters. I love all the mini sweets, and I have gotten some mini sweets that I knew were not going to be Peeps, but the main reason why I started collecting mini sweets is because of the Peeps. So we're just gonna slide her over. Now would have been Mila Rose, and then here is the My First Barbie. So I did actually get My First Barbie and 3 outfits for her. Right now she's wearing the swimsuit one, just because like I don't know, she's like my Florida queen. Like, she's so pretty and I love her in this outfit. I do have one complaint about this cup, and I'll talk about that in a second. But I love the flamingos. My mom's like favorite animals are flamingos and penguins, and so like anything like flamingos is just, it's a lot of fun, especially because she's in a bathing suit, and like, I don't know, and my mom has a pool in her backyard. I don't know, she just makes me think of my mom, and I love it in a good way. So yeah, and she has this just, I don't know, I love the size scale of these. I think they're really a lot of fun. They're super soft. I love playing with her hair. Dressing them's of course easy, like that's the whole point. Like literally at one point I just put her nightgown on over this and then she was done. Like, it was super easy. Big fan. Again, this was in my clearance haul, but I did get her for like $15. She retails at $20, and I got each of her outfits for like $8 instead of like 10, I think. So yeah, but I do definitely recommend this one. The only problem that I have with this particular set is the straw. So they are pretty flexible, so you can like actually bring stuff up to their mouths, which is cool, but the straw is in the wrong direction, and I've tried it on both hands just to make sure I'm not crazy, but like it's in the wrong spot. She can only like sip on it. And like putting it in her hand like this, like it's, you know, whatever, that's the only way to get the straw to her mouth, but then she's holding it weird, because nobody holds their like margarita glass, like it's not a margarita, but you know, they're like juice, like fancy juice glass like that. They hold it like this because real fancy juice glasses don't have handles. So basically they just needed to either turn the straw around or put this handle on the other side. But other than that, I love the My First Barbies. I don't see myself getting any more than just the one, but I do really like her. Tuesday Meow is listed next, so I still haven't opened her. I want to open her in a short form content version, but I'm really excited. Tuesday Meow is the only one that I was actively looking for from this set. I do have Aubrey Hart, but I kind of just found her on clearance. But Tuesday Meow I paid full price for, because she was the one I was looking for. I'm you guys know I'm a goth queen, so I love Tuesday. Next is Jewel Richie, which I talked about her a couple times now. She does have her own video on the channel. She does have a misprinted hand, but other than that, she's absolutely perfect. She was one of like only 2 that I could find in the entire like hour radius around my area. Like, I literally looked everywhere for her, and I found 2. One that apparently had a misprinted hand, but you couldn't really tell in the package because of the way that it was sitting. And 2, the other one had like, so like her baby hairs up here were all like melded together, like the paint had seeped between all of them. So between the 2, this was definitely the better one. I still have to wash out her hair though, because this is the most egregious I've ever had with a rainbow high hair. I know that people complain about their gel a lot. Usually I don't mind it too much. I can literally just brush it out, but her hair literally has an extra curl in it because of the gel. Like, it's gross. But yeah, I love my Jewel. I haven't restyled my rainbow highs yet because I still have a couple to open. And so I haven't wanted to just sit down and like restyle all of them until they're all ready to get restyled. So that's the only reason why my newest ones are still like in their original outfits and not in a new style. And then I believe I have it. Oh, no. The next one I have written down is River Kendall. So here he is. So I found River for, I skipped Victoria. Oh, it was because that was within the part where I just saw Mila Rose and was like, I'm just going to go to the next one instead of going to my list, which I did that for a reason. I did my list for a reason. All right. Again, guys, if you don't know, I just had surgery. I'm on a lot of medications, so I'm a little out of it. So I'm apologizing now for the chaoticness of this video. Not that it's that different than my usual, but I feel like I just need to preface that just in case. But this is Victoria Whitman. So she is the only Series 5 Rainbow High I've gotten so far. I did pay like $26, I think, or $27 for her. But I think they already dropped their prices on Amazon to be the like $24.99. So that they can kind of like match the Rainbow High or the Shadow High prices, because the Shadow Highs came out cheaper than the Rainbow Highs released for. But I think they already dropped their prices to match them. Just like when Diamante randomly came out as more expensive and then like within the week like dropped to be the same price as everybody else. I don't know what the deal is with that. But Victoria, apparently, I'm glad that I ended up getting her first. I was on the fence between her and Priscilla, but I ended up getting her first. But apparently Victoria's been the one that's been really hard to find. So I'm glad that I have her and I don't have to worry about that. I love her full body freckling, which is the reason that sold me on her over Priscilla, because I'm a really big fan of like different body types, like the vitiligo or like Delilah's albinism and like things like that, or they make them unique and different than just like a regular doll. So yeah, super into that. I love her. I love her blushing. I did notice it on her knees, but apparently something I did not notice that other creators have pointed out since I started watching their videos about her is that she also has blushing here on her elbows. And potentially somewhere else. Maybe just at her wrist, like at all of her joints. But yeah, I think that's so unique on her, and it's super cute. And apparently she's also from Australia. I still just don't understand why they dropped the like majors on their boxes, because all of the characters got double majors. So you got fashion major, but a second major anyway. So I really don't know why they didn't put them on the box, because they built them into their characters to have a second major. Don't know. It feels like the fact that they're all fashion majors was like an afterthought, and they all like designed these characters with individual stories and majors, and then they were like, actually, we're just gonna make them all fashion majors. And they were like, and they went back and written the fashion major part. Which actually they did the same thing to River Kendall, because River here, this is his junior high version. I, as you can see, got him for $8 at Walmart. I'm going to be doing a video of him with Max Wonder and just kind of doing a double boy doll unboxing, because I don't really have any other boy dolls in my collection besides Deuce. So I figured, especially because they're older dolls, I got them both for cheap, might as well just do like one video. I am going to be doing that hopefully soon. Also, one weird thing about me is that I had these like mini toys from like, Five Surprise, and I think I have some from like World's Smallest type of thing. But each of my junior highs, because they come with a backpack that actually fits stuff, they all have different toys in them. So like, for instance, like this is Bella's bag, and like, so I gave her the like itty bitty Barbie that I have. So I was reorganizing my like toys and stuff. So I pulled out this SpongeBob, and hopefully this will fit in his backpack, because I think SpongeBob with River, I think that's appropriate. But anyway, in the new update though, with his like story profile, it's like, oh, River was like, oh no, they didn't do it to River. They did it to Aiden. Why am I thinking that they're the same person for a second there? But anyway, they did it to the new boy doll. They did it to Aiden, where they were like, here's his story. But also, he just decided he wanted to be a fashion major. And it's just like, okay. He's like, he wanted an extra challenge. And it's like, okay, sure, we'll go with that. It was really bizarre. But anyway, so here's River. I am excited about him because I want all of the junior high dolls. And I don't have an original size River. No, that's a lie. I have one doll from Series 2. That's Amaya, but I haven't opened her. So I technically don't have any like open Series 2 dolls. So the junior highs were I was hoping to be my opportunity to collect some of the Series 2 characters. However, I wasn't going to pay $24.88 when this is $26 and Zoe's $25. So I've been waiting for them to go on sale. It's been really hit or miss. I found the Crystal Bailey in my Walmart a couple times, like for $18, but every time I scan her, it says she's cheaper online. So I refuse to pay more for her just because she's in the store. But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that maybe I can find them for more like the $8 to $10 rather than the like 15 to 20 that they've been. I think the cheapest I found her was $17 and my store wanted $18.88, so like $19. So I know it's like $2 difference, but still it's still $2 difference, especially when you can see I buy a lot of dolls. And so, you know, $1 or $2 makes a difference. I still want all of them, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that maybe if I don't get all of them next year, they'll do what they did this year, where they released like a junior high set of all the previous season's ones. I have a feeling like it's going to have everybody in it except for Bella, because she's the most popular, whereas like this one was a set of 5 and it had everyone, I think, for except maybe Poppy. It was like really random which one was missing. But anyway, so here's River, and he will be getting a video soon, and then he will be going up on the shelf in between Jade and Skylar, so you'll be able to see his little feet dangling there soon enough. Speaking of, we were already talking about Max Wonder. Max Wonder was actually almost the one that I originally bought when I was gonna buy my Masquerade Party, because he was actually the first one I found in stores. I had ordered Regina and Cat Mischief off of Amazon, and then the first one I found, I was like, oh, I'll just order these 2, and then whichever one I find in store, maybe I'll just like cancel those, whatever. I saw him, I almost bought him like so many times, because like I love that he's like androgynous, that he has a little skirt, that they like took a traditionally female character and like made him a mask character, but like still let him be feminine. Like he has little nail polish and he has the mini skirt, and I think this is a great design. I love all the tweens. But I ended up going with Regina overall for my first tween from the Masquerade Party, because like pink and black, I just couldn't not have her as my tween if I was only going to get one. And I'm glad I did, because I ended up finding him for $11. So if I had paid like the full price and the only one I found on clearance was Max, I would have been upset. So I'm glad that I waited, because it happened to work out. It doesn't always work out. Like with Shadow High Series 1, I got some of the dolls really cheap, but other dolls I can't find. Or Rainbow High Series 4, got some of the dolls for cheap, and other ones I had to pay full price for and hunt for hours to find. So it's really hit or miss. So I don't like waiting on dolls that I really, really want. But that's why I pick one doll that I really, really want, and then wait on the others and hope things like finding Max Wonder work out for me. So like I said, he will be part of the River Kendall video, and I'll do them both together. I just have to have the time and the energy to sit down and record that. Just gonna keep burying myself deeper in dolls. Yeah, this girly here. So I think I've decided I want to keep her, just because I hate dealing with the resale market, even though like buying one doll and like deciding to like turn her around every once in a while so that I have more money for other dolls, or just retiring dolls and selling them on there, is not like, it's, I hate people that just buy dolls to sell them. But this is a doll that I'm interested in, but I've considered selling just because like it's not really one that I have to have in my collection, but she was too interesting to not at least purchase. I couldn't just leave her there. I know she's one that I would like think about if I end up leaving her there. There's a couple dolls like that I've had in the past that I have left there. I've thought about them every once in a while, but not to the point where I'm like super upset. I'm just like, oh yeah, I could have had that in my collection, but I don't, so it's okay. Not to the point where literally there was a good solid like week or so, and it's happened more than that, but it was just like a solid week of it, where every night I was having like a super vivid dream of being in some different random store where I was finding super rare, like unproduced Monster High dolls, or like early releases of new Generation 3 Monster High dolls, and I was like hoarding them, and I was so excited, and then I would wake up and nearly start crying because the dreams were so realistic that I thought that I had actually found these things, and then to wake up and them not be there. After like 5 minutes, I got over them for the most part, other than obviously like right now. So it definitely wasn't the end of the world, but just that like weird shock of coming out of something that I thought was real to not be real it was just strange. But anyway, I digress. I've lost track of what I was talking about. I did warn you that was going to happen, but this is a Radio City's Rockettes. The best I can find is that she has a label down here that says 1996, so I'm assuming that's the year that she's from. I looked it up. They have done a couple of these in the past. I don't think it's a thing that they're currently doing, but they have these like Barbie-esque dolls. She does come with a stand, I believe, in here, and then she has her little hat. I found her at the Goodwill for like $8. Like I said, I'm kind of debating on her because I do really like her, but she's not really in the style I usually collect. I usually collect more stylized dolls, where this is more like a traditional like Barbie style doll where she's like proportional to a normal person. That's the only reason that I've considered not keeping her in my collection. But like, I really only buy dolls that I'm interested in. Like, I found a Rosie O'Donnell Barbie, and that one I definitely passed on because, again, I wasn't personally interested in her. So if I ended up with her or, you know, whatever, I didn't want to end up essentially getting stuck with her. So this one I'm happy with either way. It's just debating on whether or not she's really meant for my collection. She's not in perfect condition. She has a little bit of staining on here and her box is a little bit crushed. So I probably will end up keeping her, especially because, again, like $8. But it's just one of those things, you know. I have a lot of dolls and not a lot of space, so we'll see what happens. Mila, there she is. So Mila is what got me hunting for Jewel Richie, because I found Mila for $9 at Target. I actually found one that had like a big like smudge on her lip, and part of me kind of wishes that I kept her because that's what I usually end up looking like when I put on makeup. But I did actually find a Mila at another Target for also $8.99. It was literally like each one had one, and this one looked much better. Like, I don't really see anything wrong with her, so I was shocked that I found her on the shelf. Maybe she was also a return, because then I end up returning the one with the big like busted lip, because I was like, $9? Yeah, that's worth her clothes alone. Like, especially because the other day I was at Walmart and they had just no shoes, just a shirt and pants that someone had like ripped out of Robin Sterling, and it was just like a little box. It was just the box, and that's all that they had, and it was $5, and I paid $5 for just a shirt and pants. So yeah, I'd pay $9 for all of her clothes. Same thing as Jewel. She's still in her original outfit, just like Priscilla, because I just haven't sat down and restyled in a while. They will be getting their own restyles, just like my other dolls. If you guys are interested in seeing my restyles in a video, I'd gladly do that for you. But I don't know if that's something you guys would be interested in or not. I'm trying to branch out into more like not just unboxing content. It's just hard because I have a big backlog of unboxing content. And I was kind of like hoping to like get through that before I started having to post non-unboxing stuff. But at the same time, like, my unboxing stuff keeps getting lost in the shuffle, which is why I'm doing these videos, because I want you to kind of see I want to highlight all of the dolls that I got, number one, and number two, see if you guys are interested in seeing any of these dolls as videos, so I know what kind of content to create for the channel, because my collection I curate for myself, but my channel I want to be able to curate for you guys. So if there's anything that you're more specifically interested in, don't forget to let me know in the comments down below. I'm really happy to share with you my dolls because I love them, and that's why I'm here. So I wouldn't have them if I didn't love them. So just let me know which ones that you'd be interested in. Next up is our Penny Proud doll. So Penny, I got from Target. Her label does say $9.99, but I actually got her for like $5.99, I think. I wish I wish the other two were still available as well. But this was a doll that I kept looking at over and over and over and over and over again. I've not watched Louder and Prouder, which is the new series, but I grew up on the Proud Family. I absolutely love this show. I just was like, the second she goes on any kind of sale, I'm getting her. I did not expect that sale to be a clearance. I just thought it was going to be a regular Target sale, because Target puts stuff on sale all the time. But I said, the second I find her on sale, not that she's not worth the $20, but just when I have so many other dolls and she's not technically in any of my other collections, she's just essentially a one-off doll. I was like, as soon as she goes on sale, I'm going to get her. So when I found her, instant buy. No questions asked. I just looked through the stack of them and found the best looking face and bought her immediately. No questions asked. stretch. Here is my Paris Hilton. So, I'm only a tiny bit annoyed, but not really, because like, so apparently, so this doll I found at Walmart. I found her sitting on the shelf at Walmart. The collector dolls don't go to Walmart. So I believe what happened is that someone bought her online, and it came in and the box was damaged. So they either sent them a new one, or they just returned it, whatever it was. And so this was put on the shelf because there was a little bit of damage on the back. Amazon sells her for $100. Walmart sells her for $124. So when I bought her, they had her marked for $80 clearance. So that was a good price for her. But I thought I was saving like $40 and not like $20. But then I got her. And then, of course, right after I got her is when Amazon decided that now was finally the time to put her on sale. She's still only like $80, so it's not like she's on sale for like $50 or $60. But it's just like annoying when like they're different prices at different places and like different sales at different places. Like, I get that it's competitive, but sometimes it's just a little much. So, but overall, as you can see, I have her in these shoes. These shoes actually came from one of the mystery boxes. I think this was a Shadow High mystery box. I haven't had the problem with the purling coming off of her suit jacket. Actually, the only reason I unboxed her and didn't leave her in the box is because I prefer this outfit. So I put this outfit on her over the pink one. I don't think I'm going to restyle Paris. I think she's going to stay like this or in a combination of her pieces. I may or may not use her pieces for other dolls. I haven't decided yet because they are quite delicate. But I had a lot of problems with the pearls coming off of the boots, but I didn't mind too much because I honestly thought there was too much purling on the boots anyway. But yeah, I haven't had the issue with it coming off on the suit. I've actually brought this doll not out of the house, but I brought her around the house for like a solid couple of weeks. Like all I did was carry her around like almost this entire month. This has been my comfort doll. So that's why I'm not entirely complaining about getting her a few weeks early, because I don't know if I had bought her off Amazon and not had that like just shock and awe of finding her in the store with the complete unexpectation of, one, ever seeing her in the store, two, ever even getting this doll, because I wasn't going to pay $100 for her, or $125 that Walmart wanted. So like there was just so much shock value in finding her that I think really added to her value to me, to be honest. That, like I said, she ended up becoming like my comfort doll for like the whole month of February. So I adore the Paris doll. I think $80 is a good price for her being a collector. She comes with 2 outfits. She comes with the extra accessories. She comes with extra earrings. I love her tiara. She has so much hair. I saw someone complaining about her being thinly rooted, but I don't know if maybe it was a batching thing or just his opinion of thinly rooted is different than mine. But like, she has so much hair, and I know sometimes you can just have thick hair with not as much rooting, but like, I've tried to find her roots, and because I don't want to destroy her hairstyle, I can't find, like, it doesn't look thin to me. But again, his doll could have been thin, or he could just have a different opinion because he's also a restyler. I'm not a restyler. I leave my hair-wise, I'm not a restyler. I leave their hair the way that I find them because, I don't know, I like the hair the way that it comes, and I'm not talented enough to do what he does. So I can't really talk on that. I'm just saying that in my experience, she doesn't seem thinly rooted. I love this doll. I think she's amazing. If you can get one, get one. If she's not your thing though, don't get it. Don't just get it because I recommended her. I've bought dolls before because people are like, "Oh, this is the best doll ever." And then I buy it and I'm like, I don't really care that much for it. So don't do it just because I recommended it. But also, if you are already considering it, I recommend it. Now we're on to we'll talk really quick about the other doll. I think I mentioned in my other video, but I actually purchased Bubblegum DJ from LOL OMG. I'm really excited about her. I really love her design. But I bought one and she had staining on her hand, and so I ended up returning her, and I just haven't been able to buy her again. I decided that like I would wait until I found her on sale because, like I said, Target really usually puts stuff on sale, especially with the summer coming up. They like to do a lot of like toy sales and stuff. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, to be able to find her on sale. And then I will definitely get her because she's definitely my favorites from the new Glow collect, or the new like color change collection, whatever it is. I like her, and I think if she didn't have the staining, I don't think I would have returned her. but I don't know. I just really like her outfits, but I'm just not really into collecting OMGs right now because I do collect so much other things. For instance, like, I don't know. I was watching Doll Thighs, which is another YouTube channel, and he was talking about how he like is very discerning as to which Monster High dolls he gets, but he gets like every single Rainbow High doll, and I'm the opposite. I'm very discerning about which Rainbow High dolls I get, but unless I can find them for cheap. But I have, as we mentioned earlier in the video, every one of the G3 dolls. I don't have every one of the G1 dolls, obviously. Not even all of the ones that have come out recently. But speaking of, that's why I have these here, because I considered trying to collect all of the G1s that were coming out recently. I at least wanted, but I mean, I'm already missing quite a few Skelectomates. I kind of gave up on those. But also, like, I'm technically missing multiple Creepductions. I'm also missing Claudine from the Black and White series because those were impossible to find, and I was lucky to find the 3 that I did find. I've been looking for Claudine, but she's just been so expensive. These, on the other hand, so I bought these the day that they released. I have not been able to decide what I want to do. They've just been sitting on my shelf in box, which is really weird for me. The only Monster High dolls I have in box are my duplicates that I specifically bought to stay in box to keep them protected. Again, mentioning the thing I mentioned in the beginning of the video, where I like to keep a doll in box if it's a doll that I really love, a duplicate of it, so that I feel more comfortable playing with my doll and I don't have to worry about like what condition she's going to be in because I played with her. I know I always have one that is my shelf doll. So I bought these the day they came out from Amazon. They came in the next day, and I'm just, I like them. I like them a heckin' lot. A heckin' lot to the point where I cannot convince myself to send them back. They are readily available though, because clearly I'm not the only one that's not super fond of them. But it's mostly because it's like, it's Deuce and Cleo, which are beautiful dolls, but I definitely prefer G3 style Deuce. I like the green skin better. As you guys may know, I'm much more into like fantasy dolls, which is why I like Monster High. But I like the G3 with the fantasy skin tones. So like these are both just very basic like human skin tone dolls. I like their fashions, but they're nothing that are like standing out to me. And I do want to see the stand because I don't think it's on the box anywhere. It's not, but if you look at their like stock photos, they have a little clip on the stand so that you can hang the balloon on it. And I want to see that. I think that that's so cute. But other than that, I think that they're just so perfectly, like, this is such a perfect snapshot in here. I love the box art with the snake on it. I love how he's standing here with the rose and she's just kind of like side glance at him. I kind of wish he just had his sunglasses on, so I don't have to, but I guess if I keep him in the box, I guess he turned her to stone anyway. So I don't know, but I just think that they're so perfectly posed in here and with all the stuff like floating around. I don't think I could do them justice out of the box. I think they look so good in the box, and that's something that's really weird for me to say because I like to have my dolls out of the box so I can actually feel them and play with them, and I'm more of a tactile person in that way. So like it's really weird for me to have a set that I specifically am keeping in the box, but at the same time I just can't like not. I think $60 is a good price for the set, considering that it was $40 for Draculaura by herself and like a regular like the Creepductions and the Real Drama. Those two retailed, not that you can buy them for that, but they retailed at $25. So $60, $30 for each doll. That's a good price for them. But I think right now, I can't decide what I want to do. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. If you'd like, again, to see them unboxed, let me know. Help me decide what to do. If I find them on sale, though, because they're still sitting there at $60. If they drop that price, though, I might get a second set and open that set up. But, yeah. Also, let me know if you want any collection videos on specific collections, either like my random one-off dolls. I have some LOL OMGs I can do a collection video on. I can do it on my Monster Highs, anything like that. So just let me know. I think that's my dog trying to get in. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. thank you so much for watching. Thanks for listening to my rambling. And we will see you in the next video very soon, as well as in the next installment of Monthly Wrap Up. One last quick thing I want to point out before I go is this up here. This Nook that Elsa is sitting on. That Elsa was a secondhand Elsa, and this Nook is actually also from the Goodwill. I got it for like $2. It's like a solid plastic one, so there's no like hair. It's not a brushable, and there's no like liquid in it. So I think it's like the $30 Target set, which that Elsa may or may not be the one that goes with that one. It doesn't sit on there very well, but they're not always concerned with that. But it looks very similar in the stock images, so that's why I put her on there. But it's not really a doll, so that's why I didn't pull him out for the doll collection. But I did just want to point him out because I got him technically in February. So anyway, or her. I think the Nook is a her. But anyway, I digress. Not important. Moving on. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we will see you all very soon. Bye.